Hello, 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 and welcome to The Conversation with Stevie. This is the place where we uncover the why behind what people do. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and I'm super excited to welcome you to another conversation. Today we have such a great guest who is just passionate and truthful and all the things I have seen about him. It's just genuine. That's the one word I'll say to wrap that up. So I am going to tell you what I do and why I do it, and then we'll invite him to tell us the same. So I love helping Christian women get seen and get paid online because I believe if we're going to get seen anyway, why not get paid well for it? And so without any further ado, hi, Gary. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you.
Most definitely. So I'll introduce myself as well. I'm Gary Henderson, and I help creators make money. It's really that simple. If you want to make money by growing an audience on any platform like Facebook or Clubhouse or Instagram or any of those platforms, I help creators monetize their audience.
Yay. So, listen, we got to start because I went to my mailbox today, and in it was your amazing, amazing book. So I am in the midst of reading it. I just started reading it, and already I love the principles of it because, like you said, basically how you do anything is how you do everything. So no matter if you are growing an audience on whatever platform, the principles are the same. So can you tell us, why did you start helping people do that?
Yeah, I stumbled into it, actually. I had interviewed someone, and I didn't hire this employee. And they messaged me a couple of months later, and they said, I got a job. And I said, I'm proud of you. It's kind of odd. And they said, I think my new boss could use you. And I said, who's your new boss? And they said, Suzanne Evans. I didn't know Suzanne Evans, so I ignored the message because I was quite well known in my town and had a big ego at the time. And I said, well, if I don't know this person, they can't be anything. And one night I was on an airplane, and I happened to Google Suzanne Evans, and I saw that she was Inc. 500, 5,000 candidate. I saw she was growing a nice business. So I reached out, and when I reached out to Suzanne, I was in an odd place helping hotels and brick and mortars do digital marketing, and it really wasn't fun to me. And I met Suzanne Evans, and I spent about a year learning her business, and then I really started to help and understand what it meant to be a creator, to make money, what it meant to sell information and courses and mastermind and coaching, and I went on to work with just some phenomenal creators over the next several years. So my start was a failed interview that led me to an employee that was working for Suzanne Evans.
Wow, I love it. And I must say that you are very much like just point blank period type of person. I've been able to be in space with you recently, and you definitely are a tell it like it is type person. That's amazing. Have you ever always been like that?
No, I wanted to be like that. But I spent from 2013 to 2019, I worked behind the scenes for people. And I couldn't really say my own thoughts or my own voices because I was the voice of Jeff Walker or Lewis Howes or Suzanne Evans or Gabby Bernstein or Michael Hyatt and Company or whoever who that person was. So as I started to build my brand in 2020, and I really looked at what my brand stood for, I had to lean into being me. I had to lean in. I spent some time with a branding consultant years and years and years ago about kind of what my core beliefs were and what I stood for. And one of those things that I really stood for above everything else was being real. And I had to be me, and I had to be real. I had to be that person that was going to kind of say what I felt, say what I meant. I believe that in order to scale intimacy, in order to scale your brand, people have to get to know the same you. So if you're listening to me here on the show or in Clubhouse or in my community somewhere, you need to experience the same Gary and not a different version of me. It's the only way we'll build a relationship together. So as I leaned into that, I just kind of claimed that core belief of mine of being kind of real and being results-driven and being passionate.
Awesome. And speaking about your community, Tell us about your community and why the Giraffe is so key in it.
Yeah, so my community is a community of creators. I grew up with the definition of success being all about going to school and getting a degree and working really hard and maybe becoming a doctor or a lawyer, and maybe if you're lucky you can eventually retire and you'll have some money. And that wasn't my journey and my path in life. I'm more innovative. I'm more of a creator type. So I believe creators should be at the top of our success pinnacles. I believe when we talk about the most successful people in the world, they should be creators that we should be referencing. I believe we should be teaching children that success is whatever you want to do in life, not going to get a 9-to-5 somewhere else. So I wanted to create a community of people who believed in that as well. I wanted to create a community of people who could change the world, creators that make money every single day doing what they love, and that's what we do. Inside of Gary Club, every single creator in my community has the opportunity to earn every single day. We pay them. We pay them in our community tokens. They're having fun while they're there. They're holding themselves accountable, collaborating with each other, but it's all about creators changing the world and making money in the process.
And your community is so amazing because when we go in Clubhouse and different spaces, we do see what it is. Not only do we visually see what it is, but we also see the heart of what it is. We see the beat of what it is. And so before we get your contact information, because our time is moving fast, I have a signature question that I ask everyone who comes to the show. It literally is a fill-in-the-blank question, and it goes like this. Dr. Stevie, we cannot leave the conversation today without everyone knowing, and just fill in the blank.
Ooh, that's a good one. We can't leave the conversation today without everyone knowing that you can do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, ever how you want to change the world, ever what vision you have in your mind, ever what those dreams are, you can do it. You can do it scared. You can do it when you don't have all the details worked out, right? Entrepreneurs, sometimes we're building the plane as we're landing it. You can do it, and as long as you remember that, that's what you can't leave this call without knowing.
And what has been the biggest thing that you would say has challenged you the most in your path to doing it?
Oh, sticking to it when it gets hard. There's easy ways that I found that I can make money. There's easy ways that I can serve clients, but it's not what I'm meant to do. I have a passion and a drive and a calling to really change the world and change the way we look at creators. I want creators every day to make money. And if I go back to the easy for me, then I'm just going to go back to serving clients like Lewis Howes and Gabby Bernstein, and that's easy, and I made a lot of money, and it was fine, but it's not what the passion was for me. It's not the mission that I'm on. So the hard part is sticking to the mission. The hard part is getting the 100 of no's in order to get the one yes. The hard part is saying the same thing over and over again because I get tired and bored of it, but there's still millions of people who haven't heard the message yet. The hard part is sticking at that point rather than continuing on my journey. I've got to remember, in order to take people on the journey with me, we've got to meet them where they're at, and they're not close to where I'm at today. My level's way beyond that. So the hard part is sticking at that level with them and saying that same message over and over every day to help as many people as I possibly can.
That's so key because the consistency of being consistent is true. It's true. And sometimes we want to have the fun businesses where we don't do the same thing over and over again. Most people who are creators and entrepreneurs don't like to do the same thing over and over again. But the truth is that the foundationals of business are foundational. And so one question that I have right before we get ready to go is definitely about your thought on this. I have realized that a lot of entrepreneurs don't like to basically, what we like to say, get out the mud. They don't like to do the hard work that it takes to make a business happen. And so in the glitz and the glam of online business, what is that one thing you can say to really encourage people to pretty much keep their eyes on their own paper and not look at, your success or the success of your successful clients or anybody else's success, but really take it to the next level and stay true to who they are so that they can build the business they desire?
Ooh, that's a great question. I would tell everyone to get comfortable hearing the word no. See, a lot of times we look at other people's success and we dream of what success would look like, but we never go ask anyone to make an investment with us, to say yes to our offer, because we're scared. If they say no, then that means that they don't believe in us. That means that it's not going to work out. That means that I'm not going to have the same success that that person does. That means that I'm a failure. That means that I need to go get a job. But if I never ask someone and they never tell me no, then my dream and my hopes are still alive. Where in reality, you aren't alive. You're actually slowly dying. But if you can get comfortable saying no, get really comfortable doing that, go ask people, will you make this investment? Will you say yes to this? Will you do this? Get comfortable hearing no. Because when you hear no and you keep hearing no, you'll eventually get a yes. And if you don't get a yes, then you've got to switch your offer because you're never going to reach your dreams. But if you can eventually get to those yeses, hearing all those no's, it'll give you the stamina, you'll be able to go the distance and keep on going, because you'll need to reach out to hundreds and hundreds or thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So I find that most people never get started. They have the dreams and they look and they're like, oh man, Stevie's making, 6 figures out of this, and Gary's making 6 figures out of that, and this person's doing this, and I'm going to go do that too. And then they never go ask anybody because they're scared to hear the word no. So I would just say get comfortable hearing the word no.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Gary, for your time. I really appreciate you just saying yes, because I know that you are a world of wisdom. And so because I know you're a world of wisdom, definitely make sure that we know how to stay connected with you.
Yeah, so you can find me on any social platform. I look like a giraffe. I'll be on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Threads and Clubhouse. I have a community. It's gary.club. So you can check us out there, and you can join our Discord server at gary.club/Discord. And if you want to read the book that Stevie's talking about, you can go to gary.club/book and grab a copy of the Clubhouse Creator.
Awesome. Yeah, y'all definitely connect, because you need to know what the giraffes are up to. It's such a cool display to see it. So I am super duper uber excited about this time that we've had this conversation. You all listen. This has been great. So definitely make sure that you stay connected to Gary. Make sure you go to Gary, Clubhouse, Instagram, Discord, all the places, right? Make sure you do that. And also what I want to say is we are having an event in Greensboro, North Carolina, October 1. Go to itfactoruniversity.com so you can be at the It Factor Affair. It's time to turn up the heat on who you are, and we're going to make that happen. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and this has been the Conversation with Stevie. I want to tell you, to make it a great day, don't have a great day, make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Bye for now.